Ever feel like you're just drowning in receipts and invoices? That never ends,
Yeah, chasing down payments is definitely not the most fun part of running a business.
for sure. And, we're always talking about the latest and greatest AI tools over at AI Agent Store, right? Well, today we are diving deep into one that promises to take care of all that.
Oh, this should be interesting. Which one are we looking at today?
This one is called Mesha. It's an AI agent that says it can handle your bookkeeping and accounts receivable, so you can finally say goodbye to all those spreadsheets and late payment reminders.
Okay, I am definitely intrigued. So what do we know about this Mesha? Where's the info coming from?
Well, we have their listing pulled up right here from AI Agent Store. We are going to be checking out the key features they are advertising, some user reviews, and then, of course, we'll get your expert take on all of it.
Sounds like a plan. Let's jump in.
All right, so first things first, what exactly is this Mesha thing?
Well, from their description, it looks like Mesha is an AI-powered platform designed specifically to automate those, tedious bookkeeping and accounts receivable tasks.
Okay, that sounds pretty promising. So, what kind of things are we talking about here? Give me some specifics.
Well, think of it like this. Mesha basically becomes your AI assistant who handles everything from recording your transactions to reconciling bank statements, even chasing those late payments.
So it's like having an extra set of hands, but without actually hiring someone new.
Exactly. And that can be a huge help for small business owners and freelancers who are already wearing so many hats.
Absolutely. Now, is this something that only like a trained accountant would understand? Or could someone like me, who struggles to balance their checkbook, could I even use this?
That's a good question. And the answer is, surprisingly, both. Mesha is designed to be user-friendly enough for beginners, but it also offers features that would appeal to seasoned finance professionals.
Oh, interesting. So it's like it can scale with you as your business grows.
Exactly. You can start with the basics, and then as you need more, Mesha can handle it.
Awesome. All right, well, speaking of making things easier, how about we meet the AI agents behind all the magic? Moshe has those two AI agents, right? Marcus and Max.
Yes, Marcus and Max, they're the brains behind all this, the algorithms, really. They are what make Mesha tick, and they're actually task specific.
That's specific. What does that mean?
So it means each one is designed to excel at a specific area. So Marcus, he handles the client-facing side of things. He's the one taking care of those invoice follow-ups with personalized messages.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. So he's like the friendly face of Mesha.
Exactly. Then you have Max. Max dives into all the nitty-gritty of your financial data. So reconciling transactions, categorizing your expenses, basically making sure your books are squeaky clean.
So Marcus is the smooth talker, Max is the numbers guy. I like it.
Uh-huh, pretty much.
Okay, so can you give me an example? Like, paint me a picture of how Marcus might handle those invoice reminders.
Sure, so let's say you have an invoice that's overdue. Instead of sending a generic robotic reminder, Marcus can actually analyze past communication with that client and tailor the message accordingly.
Oh, that's smart. So it's not just a one-size-fits-all approach.
Nope. It could be a casual tone with one client, more formal with another. Really helps to maintain those good relationships while still getting the job done.
Okay, I'm impressed. But, I'm also the kind of person who likes to, stay in control. So how much autonomy do these AI agents really have? What's to stop them from going rogue and, I don't know, messing up my finances?
Right, you want to make sure you're still in the driver's seat. Well, according to the info here, Mesha operates at what they call a 66% autonomy level.
66%. That sounds kind of technical. What does that actually mean in practice?
Well, essentially it means Mesha can handle a lot of predefined workflows, so things like importing transactions, sending those tailored reminders, all on autopilot, but it's not making any big decisions without you.
Oh, okay. So it's still integrated with my existing financial platforms.
Absolutely. It plays nicely with popular tools like QuickBooks or Xero. You're not handing over complete control. It's more like giving yourself a superpowered assistant to handle the heavy lifting.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's less about replacing humans and more about augmenting our capabilities.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay, but let's talk real-world benefits for a second. How can Musha actually improve, say, a small business owner's life? Like, what are the tangible outcomes here?
Well, for starters, imagine the relief of not having to chase down those payments every month. Mesha takes care of that, which can really improve your cash flow.
Right, that frees up so much time and energy.
Plus, it streamlines those monthly closures, which means less stress and more accurate financial reporting.
Okay, that's huge. No more late nights trying to make sense of receipts and invoices.
Exactly.
All right, well, it all sounds amazing, but, I know from browsing AI agent store that there are a lot of tools out there promising the moon. So what are some things our listeners should keep in mind when evaluating Mesha specifically?
Always good to be discerning. With Mesha, one thing to note is they use a freemium pricing model.
A freebie, meaning.
So there's probably a free tier with some basic features. Then to unlock the more advanced stuff, you would need to upgrade to a paid plan.
Okay, that makes sense. Anything else to consider?
Yeah, the code is closed source. So that might be something to think about, especially for the more tech-savvy users who prefer transparency.
Okay, good point. All right, well, stepping back for a moment, what does Mesha tell us about the bigger picture of AI in finance?
I think it's a really clear sign that AI is moving beyond just speculation. It's becoming a part of the everyday tools we use to run our
Right,
businesses.
it's no longer some futuristic concept. It's here. It's now.
And we're seeing more and more solutions like Mesha that are designed to automate those manual, time-consuming tasks that used to bog us down.
It's almost like a glimpse into the future of work, right? Where we can focus on the strategic stuff and AI handles the repetitive parts.
Exactly.
Pretty exciting. Okay, well, as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you hope listeners will walk away with today?
I think the biggest takeaway is that AI tools like Mesha have the potential to completely change how we think about bookkeeping and financial management. It's not just about crunching numbers anymore. It's about using AI to gain insights, to improve efficiency, and ultimately to give ourselves more freedom.
I love that. Freedom to focus on what truly matters. All right, well, that brings us to the big question for our listeners today. How could AI tools like Mesha transform your work or finances? Something to ponder. And if you are curious to learn more about Mesha and check out all the features, you can head over to aiagentstore.ai.
Definitely worth exploring.
Absolutely. All right, well, that's it for our deep dive on Mesha today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time.
See you then.